für sich in Anspruch nehmen, auf ihrem Gebiet weltweit führend zu sein. Und obendrein wird diese Messe begleitet von einer kaum noch überschaubaren Vielzahl von Kongressaktivitäten und Diskussionsangeboten. Meine Damen und Herren, die Hannover Messe ist und bleibt das Schaufenster der deutschen Industrie. Und auch in diesem Jahr präsentieren sich die deutschen Unternehmen wieder sehr stark. Und noch etwas ist geblieben. Trotz ihres übervollen Terminkalenders hält uns die Bundeskanzlerin die Treue. Frau Bundeskanzlerin Dr. Merkel, seien Sie uns besonders herzlich willkommen in Hannover. Die Hannover Messe ist aber mehr denn je auch ein Schaufenster der internationalen Industrie. Der Vorstandsvorsitzende der Deutschen Messe AG, Herr von Fritsch, berichtete mir gerade, der Anteil der internationalen Aussteller in diesem Jahr sei so hoch wie noch niemals zuvor. Unternehmen aus nicht weniger als 65 Nationen präsentieren sich auf der Messe und damit reflektiert die Hannover Messe auch den Wandel der Weltwirtschaft. Besonders deutlich wird das an dem diesjährigen Partnerland Indien. Indien ist eine der interessantesten Volkswirtschaften der Welt mit hohen Wachstumsraten und einer immer stärker werdenden Position in vielen Bereichen und Branchen. Wir freuen uns sehr über eine bemerkenswert starke Beteiligung von etwa 400 indischen Unternehmen, die hier sind. Und wir freuen uns sehr über die bemerkenswert hochrangige Vertretung des Partnerlandes Indien auf der Hannover Messe, an der Spitze repräsentiert durch Premierminister Modi. Sehr geehrter Herr Premierminister, Ihre Anwesenheit ist uns eine Ehre. Seien Sie uns herzlich willkommen. Meine sehr verehrten Damen und Herren, wenn es so etwas gibt wie eine Kernkompetenz der Hannover Messe, dann sind es Wandel und Innovation. Und insofern sind dies gute Zeiten für die Hannover Messe, denn wir erleben derzeit ein neues Kapitel in der Industriegeschichte. Die digitale Durchdringung aller Bereiche der Produktion durch die Informationstechnologien, die digitale Vernetzung höchst unterschiedlicher Partner werden die weitere industrielle Entwicklung bestimmen. Daran besteht kein Zweifel. Insofern ist das Leitmotiv der Hannover Messe 2015 Integrated Industry, Join the Network, gleichzeitig auch Programm. Für die deutsche Wirtschaft ist das eine große Chance. Die deutsche Industrie hat ihre besonderen Stärken, zum Beispiel im Bereich von Maschinenbau und Anlagebau, systematisch gepflegt. Jetzt geht es darum, den Sprung in die nächste Phase tatsächlich zu schaffen. Über 40 Milliarden Euro will die deutsche Industrie nach einer Studie von PwC bis zum Ende des Jahrzehnts in Anwendung von Industrie 4.0 investieren. 40 Milliarden Euro, nicht insgesamt, sondern Jahr für Jahr. Und allein diese Zahl bringt zum Ausdruck, wie wichtig es ist, jetzt die Weichen richtig zu stellen. Und dabei haben wir sicher in manchen Bereichen auch noch unsere Hausaufgaben zu erledigen. Industrie 4.0 wird ein hohes Qualifikationsniveau aller Beschäftigten erfordern. Dafür muss unser Bildungssystem Sorge tragen. Wir müssen dafür sorgen, dass nicht nur die großen Unternehmen, sondern vor allen Dingen auch die kleinen und mittleren den anstehenden Innovationssprung schaffen. Für die deutsche Volkswirtschaft ist Industrie 4.0 eine große Chance. Und lassen Sie uns gemeinsam daran arbeiten, diese Chance auch beim Schopfe zu packen, meine sehr verehrten Damen und Herren. Meine Damen und Herren, die Hannover Messe 2015 beginnt in einer optimistischen Grundstimmung. Ich hoffe, diese gute Laune herrscht nicht nur am Anfang, sondern vor allen Dingen auch am Ende der Messe vor. Ich wünsche Ihnen allen interessante Gespräche, zielführende Kontakte und nicht zuletzt auch gute Geschäfte hier auf der Hannover Messe 2015. Und ganz nebenbei wünsche ich Ihnen allen auch eine gute Zeit in der niedersächsischen Landeshauptstadt. Meine sehr verehrten Damen und Herren, herzlich willkommen zur Hannover Messe 2015.
the Hermes Award 2015, International Technology Prize of Hannover Messe. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Director and CEO of the German Research Center for Artificial Intelligence, Professor Dr. Wolfgang Walster.
Sehr geehrte Frau Bundeskanzlerin Dr. Merkel, sehr geehrter Herr Premierminister Modi, sehr geehrter Herr Ministerpräsident Weil, sehr geehrte Frau Ministerin Professor Wanka, sehr geehrter Herr Minister Gabriel, sehr geehrter Herr Dr. Feske, Exzellenzen, meine Damen und Herren. In der 12. Runde des Hermes Award hatten wir mit 68 Bewerbungen aus 10 Nationen eine wirkliche Rekordbeteiligung. Wir verleihen damit heute den weltweit begehrtesten Innovationspreis als Oscar für Ingenieure. Mit der kollaborativen Robotik, hochleistungsgetrieben für die nächste Maschinengeneration und webbasierten Service-Marktplätzen liefern 3 von 5 nominierten Produkte überzeugende Beiträge zu den beiden Megatrends Industrie 4.0 und Smart Service Welt. 2 der nominierten Produkte sind wichtige Wegbereiter für eine erfolgreiche Energiewende. Die Nominierungen zeigen, dass selbst im Zeitalter der Digitalisierung noch Sprunginnovationen auf der Welt sind damit 2 Seiten der gleichen Medaille des Digitalisierungswettbewerbs. Wie bei der Oscarverleihung wird es in den nächsten 3 Minuten wieder sehr spannend. Auch wenn es heute nur einen Sieger geben kann, zeigen wir zunächst 5 Videos der nominierten Produkte in alphabetischer Reihenfolge.
First nominee, ABB UMe. UMe is the world's first truly collaborative dual-arm robot, solving the assembly needs of the electronics industry for a new era of human-robot collaboration. It is an inherently safe and complete solution that includes the robot, flexible hands, universal parts feeding, integrated vision, and precise control. Altogether, UMe's technology results in faster production, higher quality products, lower waste, and increased flexibility. Leader for clamping technology and gripping systems, Schunk, reduces the design and ordering time for customized gripper fingers to only 15 minutes. 5th nominee, Wittgenstein AG Galaxy Drive System. Wittgenstein AG presents the new Galaxy Drive System with a brand new gearhead generation based on a revolutionary principle. Galaxy enables developmental leaps in high-performance engineering in terms of productivity, quality, and energy consumption. Thanks to its unique power density, it can be built much smaller and lighter. Fewer materials and resources are used, and the environmental impact is reduced. Wittgenstein AG Galaxy Drive System.
Meine Damen und Herren, jetzt werden sich natürlich
Ladies and gentlemen, now of course you'll be wondering which of the 5 is the winner. I will now begin spinning a carousel of these 5 innovations, and after it spins for a couple of rounds, it will stop at the winning company that was picked unanimously by the jury.
Der Gewinner ist
And the winner is the Wittgenstein AG from the town of Ingersheim in the German state of Baden-Württemberg with their innovative Galaxy high-performance transmission. Congratulations on winning the Hermes Award. I'd now like to ask you, Minister Wanka, to come up on stage to deliver your award address.
Madam Chancellor, Prime Minister, Mr. Walster, ladies and gentlemen, Podium was known before, resulting in a new product which is superior to anything that has ever existed. And this is exactly what economic experts, actually Barack Obama actually was asked, what's the strength of German economy? So, they always manage to take the traditional areas, automotive, mechanical engineering, they always manage to renew themselves and be at the very forefront of new developments. That's the German strength here. And Industry 4.0 really also is based on this principle. We use well-known technologies and we actually connect them and network them with others, creating something that's completely new. And here at the Hannover Fair Trade Show, you find the very best examples of exactly this. However, prizes, awards are always awarded to single achievements, and this is also true of the Hermes Award. It is the technology award with the highest monetary value worldwide, and it is awarded for innovations that really provide some impetus and create real progress. And this particular award goes to Wittgenstein AG this year. Dear Mr. Wittgenstein and dear Mr. Bayer, congratulations on the Hermes Award 2015.
Vielen Dank. First
of all, I'd like to ask Dr. Winterstein and the head
Getriebe, Herrn Thomas Bayer, auf die Bühne bitten. Gleichfalls möchte ich den Ministerpräsidenten Bayer nochmal auf die Bühne bitten, denn er wird auch die Ehrung mit Frau Professor Wanka vornehmen. Und natürlich ganz wichtig, den Messechef, Herrn Dr. Köckler, der jetzt auch noch ein Vielleicht in diesem Moment noch eine Frage an den Herrn Bayer, der das ja über Jahre entwickelt hat. Wie kamen Sie eigentlich auf die Idee, die Zahnräder jetzt plötzlich durch Einzelzähne zu ersetzen? Kann man das in 2 Sätzen sagen?
Well, I believe at the beginning of such a trailblazing idea, at the very beginning, it's a paradoxical concept. Mr. Wittgenstein actually looked at this paradoxical situation. We reacted, we said, no, it's not possible. But
up to the front together.
Vielen Dank für alle, die hier mitgewirkt haben.
Thanks to everyone who's been involved with this. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the President of the German Engineering Federation, VDMA, Dr. Reinhold Festke.
Sehr verehrte Frau Bundeskanzlerin Dr. Merkel,
Chancellor Merkel,
Prime Minister Modi,
Herr
Ministerpräsident Weil,
Premier Weil,
sehr geehrte Damen und Herren Minister, Abgeordnete,
Ministers, Undersecretaries, Members of Parliament, Mr. Hinayet from the United States, Excellencies, Mr. Grillo, Mr. von Fritsch, exhibitors and visitors to Hannover Messe 2015, ladies and gentlemen, integrated industry. This stands for the reinvention of the industrial value-added process. And here in Germany, here in Hanover, we can see it, the future of industry. So, on that note, I'd like to wish all exhibitors and guests a very warm welcome to Hanover to see the industry of tomorrow. In particular, I'd like to welcome the guests from our partner country of India, headed by their Prime Minister, Narendra Modi. Mr. Wittgenstein, I'd like to congratulate, together with Wittgenstein AG, for the winning of the Hermes Award. Hats off to you, Mr. Wittgenstein. Ladies and gentlemen, integrated industry is a brand new stride into the future. Integrated and interconnected production will imply a lasting change in industry more than anything ever before. And for German industry, I'd like to say no less than that we must be leaders here. And we will try to achieve this in production and with our strengths, that is, expertise in the process and customer orientation that make us a community of innovation. With mechanical engineering and the electrical industry, with the help and support of the IT industry, Germany is the player in the field of Industry 4.0. With its process and product innovations, these highly innovative industries create user-specific system solutions. We've never thought just in products alone. At a very early point in time, we thought in terms of process solutions and networks. And this expertise for coming up with solutions that transcend systems is our trademark. In the future, it will be our digital trademark. Mechanical engineering is the key industry for success in the integrated value-added process. We can do that. In 16 sectors in mechanical engineering, Germany is global market leader. In 4 other sectors, we're number 2. This success is also reflected in the number of people employed in these sectors. We have more than 1 million employees in these sectors in Germany, and that's a new all-time high. And now it's up to companies, associations, trade unions, and policymakers to take advantage of the outstanding prerequisites that we have. The evolution of our Industry 4.0 platform is a statement to our competitors, but it's also a challenge for us. Chancellor Merkel, Germany is setting course for Industry 4.0 in order to be a leading industrial nation in the future, too. Industry 4.0 is not an end in itself. It offers new opportunities for solutions, innovative opportunities that can help us achieve greater energy efficiency and economize resources in mechanical engineering. And with digitization, we can enhance our efficiency once again. Potential for improving production and resource efficiency is 18% in the next 5 years. And as a result, Industry 4.0 is a pledge to foster prosperity efficiently on a global level. But let us not underestimate the challenges. The world of work 4.0 will require even more well-qualified and well-trained employees. Without high-performance data lines and data security, this move into a new era is at risk of faltering. Now, especially in the field of training and education and in terms of the necessary investments in infrastructure and in terms of data security, we believe that policymakers are called upon to act here. Chancellor Merkel. Ladies and gentlemen, the last few decades have taught us one thing in particular. The people who benefit from globalization are the people who have a commitment to free trade. With the agreements called CETA and TTIP, we Europeans and the Americans and the Canadians have a concrete opportunity that will provide new impetus to trade with our reliable partners of many years. And I'm saying very deliberately that this is a historical opportunity. If we do not seize it now, we won't immediately feel a huge negative effect right away. But in a few years' time, we will have major problems. The ongoing debates in society on CETA and TTIP are a little bit disconcerting, I have to say. We have to be a little bit more far-sighted and a little bit less small-minded. I'd like to thank you, Chancellor Merkel, for your commitment to TTIP. And I'd also like to thank Minister Gabriel for doing the right thing. He, unfortunately, is not given the necessary support from all quarters. Ladies and gentlemen, trade with this year's partner country of India could also benefit to a great extent if the right measures were taken now. For German industry, India follows China and Korea, making it the third most important sales market in Asia. Here too, we need a free trade agreement between the European Union and India, because only if we are able to eliminate the current trade barriers will our business prosper. The German India Engineering Association, VDMA, hopes that India might send some positive signals to Europe so that negotiations can be reinitiated. The presence of India here at Hannover Messe offers the partner country an opportunity to show that it can be a reliable partner to the world, and it also can showcase the great market potential of the country. We're very pleased that Prime Minister Modi has come to Germany together with numerous members of his cabinet. Many German companies already have their own subsidiaries in India, and there are even more companies that are still in the starting blocks. But however, in India, some existing hurdles do have to first be overcome. German industry offers premium products, and they require that on the other side, there must also be qualified manpower. Training and education are the key to individual prosperity and to the prosperity of an entire country. And therefore, the VDMA, the German Engineering Association, is already active in the field of training in India. Our targeted high-technology partnership with India can, however, only be implemented if we, for our part, could review the export control policy for India, because a high-technology partnership means, from an Indian point of view, that dual-use technology must also be possible, including aerospace technology, including machine tools, even including the production of machines in India itself. And without a clear and positive guideline in Germany, we could not do this. Many months of process on each individual case with an uncertain chance of success are entirely incompatible with a high-technology partnership. Ladies and gentlemen, India's future lies in focusing on industrial value added. The opportunities for and with German companies are outstanding, and therefore we are very pleased by the presence of India here in Hanover. On behalf of German industry, I'd like to say thank you very much for this. Ladies and gentlemen, here in Hanover we are looking at the future of industry. I wish that all of us are able to recognize and seize the opportunities that we have here in Germany, in India, and wherever innovative products and solutions are required. I would like to say to our guests, all the best for you. I wish all of you an interesting stay in Hanover, many new ideas and good business deals. Thank you very much for your attention. Good luck.
The vast challenges of nation building tend to overshadow a far greater truth about India, that innovation is deeply ingrained in our cultural fabric. For millennia, India was the world's laboratory, leading to dramatic leaps in art, mathematics, astrology, and biotechnology. Discoveries so profound that they are doubly relevant today. India was also the site of the greatest discovery of all, the discovery of the inner self. This ancient legacy of innovation is now combining with several powerful new factors, the ambitions and entrepreneurial energy of 1.3 billion empowered citizens, a love of free enterprise, mastery of technology, unique skills of software, and an almost spiritual devotion to industriousness. This unique balance of ancient instincts and new demographics is what makes India the perfect partner for nations and corporations. Ladies and gentlemen, India awaits you.
and improve the quality of life. Our presence as a partner country says something else also. We will naturally pursue our goals on the strength of our own resources, skills, and enterprise. But we know that we will be more successful when we do this in partnership with the world. For people in India, Germany is a valued partner and an enduring symbol of technology, innovation, quality, and productivity. Even more, India and Germany share a close and warm relationship. It goes back centuries in the intellectual journey of German scholars. It has grown in depth and diversity from our birth as a modern republics at the same time through the passage of history. Indians and Germans have formed a relationship of mutual fascination and goodwill. It also includes a vibrant economic partnership that extends beyond the last century. Today, you can easily think of companies like Siemens as Indian. Nearly 100 years ago, India's great poet and philosopher Rabindranath Tagore said that Germany has done more than any other country to open India to the Western world. Today, I come to seek German partnership in my own mission to open up India's seamless economic potential. To the industry of the world that has assembled here today, I say that we have no special bias for our host today. India is open and ready to embrace the whole world. As I have traveled around the world, I've seen a new level of interest in building partnership of trade, investment, and innovation in India. It mirrors the surge of hope in our own people and industry, the new tide of expectation in our 800 million youth for opportunities and progress. And if we want to fulfill the dreams of our youth, we must turn our industry into a manufacturing hub for the world and an engine for employment at home. And we must equip our youth with the skills to meet the needs of our nation and the demands of the globalized world. Whatever we choose to do, from reaching the cutting edge of industry to meeting the most critical social need, we require investment and technology, industry and enterprise. That is why, for me, Make in India is not a brand, nor is it simply a slogan on a smart lion. It is a new national movement, and it covers the whole spectrum of government, society, and business. To this informed audience, hardly need to state that obvious, our scale of transformation is vast. Therefore, the opportunities we offer are huge. You are also familiar with our demography and our demand. The question that you ask is whether we can turn this potential into reality and our vision into action. What you seek is not just an attractive destination, but also the assurance that is open and it is easy to reach and work in. You want the confidence that the environment is stable, the rules would not change frequently, and there will be no surprise element. So, we have moved with speed, resolve, and boldness to fulfill our pledge. We are creating a stable economic environment that inspires confidence at home and abroad. We are pursuing strong official discipline, a fiscal discipline to do that. I know how much Chancellor Merkel will appreciate that point. We have taken sweeping steps to reform our policies and open up more to foreign direct investments in key areas like insurance, construction, defense, and railway. Railway is the thread that binds India. It will now be a fast track to India's transformation. And what was a department of the government is now open. 100% foreign direct investments. We are removing unnecessary regulation and simplifying our procedures. We are using digital technology to eliminate multiple approvals and endless wait. We will guide you and work with you in your projects. We have set up a Invest India and country decks in it that will be networked to the states. We will nurture innovation and protect your intellectual property. There were institutions in India that have seen beyond scrutiny. Well, they no longer are. We are reforming institutions in ways that had not happened in decades. We are building a tax regime that is predictable, stable, and competitive. We will now address the remaining uncertainties. The goods and service tax is a long-needed revolution that is becoming a reality. For us, the highest priority is creating world-class infrastructure. We have made a sharp increase in public investment. We have established a national infrastructure and investment fund and a new institution for integrated development of this sector. We are launching attractive new financial instruments for long-term funds. We seek to fuel our growth with the cleanest and most efficient use of energy. We have set a target of 175 gigawatts of new capacity for renewable and clean energy in the next 7 years. It is a challenging goal, yes, but important to pursue. Good governance is essential not just for our citizens, but also for business. With transparency and speed, we have resumed long-stalled projects and allocation of resources. This is adding new momentum to our economy. We are instituting a rational framework for acquisition of land without causing distress to farmers and other landowners. We are creating a predictable and transparent environment, approval processes that will protect our natural heritage. Above all, we know, as you do, that the investment journey may begin in Delhi, but its success depends on state, capitals, and districts. So for the first time, we are working as a Team India, a new partnership between the center and the states. We speak of cooperative federalism, but also competitive federalism, where states would excel by competing with each other for investments and jobs. We are also giving them more resources so that they can build the infrastructure that you need. I also see them as a partners in our international engagements. But I am also aware that it is easier to change policies and write new laws than it is to change attitude, culture, and systems. Every CEO who has tried a turnaround knows it very well. Our task is huge. It would not be completed overnight, but I am confident that it will. And we are moving firmly and clearly in the direction. The wind of change is there, and it is gathering speed. When IMF, the World Bank, credit rating agencies, and experts speak in one voice of optimism about India, we know that the wind is blowing in the right direction, and it has made us the fastest growing economy in the world. So my message to you is this: you will find an environment that is not only open, but also welcoming. We will make it easy to business in India. And we will always be eager to listen to your feedback. So our industry is here to showcase their skills. There are many Indian examples of technological leadership in the world. But we want a future in which excellence defines every sector and every industry in our country. And they are here to seek your partnership. It is not just about financial flows, new technology, or products. It is also about learning from each other, about seeing possibilities in new ways. India is a nation that is blessed with so much goodwill in the world. Everywhere, see a strong desire for India to succeed. The progress of 1/6 of humanity will be a great consequence for the world and our beautiful planet. It will be a world of more hope and opportunities, a world more confident of its success. This is a time of political instability and economic challenges. and the threats of violence that are increasingly close to our homes. The humanity needs the solidarity and strength of international partnership more than ever before. India will do its part as an anchor of economic stability, an engine for growth, and as a force of peace and stability in the world. So let me invite you to do business and make in India, for India and the world. Let me invite you to be our partner in making a new India. I also welcome you to enjoy our timeless traditions, the Silse celebrations of diversity, and the warm embrace of friendship. I wish the fair all success. When its shutters come down, I hope that many new doors would have opened. Thank you once again. Thank you very much.
And now, please welcome the Chancellor of the Federal Republic of Germany, Dr. Angela Merkel.
Sehr geehrter Prime Minister Modi, Minister President Weil, Mr. Feske, Professor Walster, Ministers, ladies and gentlemen, Lord Mayor, obviously, not to forget. The fact that industry has traditionally a very great priority in Germany is a very well-known fact, but all of that would not be possible if the manufacturing industry as a whole were not continuously evolving, and the image of manufacturing industry is changing continuously. The chimney stacks and steam-operated machinery of the past has turned into manufacturing processes that are state-of-the-art, and it is only logical that, therefore, that the leitmotif of this year's Hannover Fair should be integrated industry, or in German, integrierte, vernetzte Industrie. The trend to integrate the whole of the value chain already met with great interest at previous trade fairs in Hannover. This year, however, the many facets of what we tend to call Industry 4.0 and smart factories seems to meet the eye whichever way you turn it. Digital integration of production processes may become more and more standard procedure, but there is one thing, however, that is still irreplaceable and indispensable, namely that people meet eye to eye, meet personally. It is so good to see so many of you in this audience. I understand that there have been more invitations issued and also accepted than ever before. So that is very important. And I'm delighted to be able to see that the Hannover Trade Fair, therefore, is apparently a forum which is the most important of its kind in the world. There are 6,500 exhibitors, more than half of them coming from abroad. And there's one particular partner country that is putting down its markers. India, for the second time after 2006, is the partner country of the Hannover Fair. And we've been able to see that India has mustered a whole new strength. I would like to welcome the Indian Prime Minister, Narendra Modi, together with his ministers and Indian exhibitors. A very warm welcome to all of you. And I would like to thank you before we turn to the exhibitors. Thank you for giving us also at least a glimpse into the sheer variety of your culture and civilization, the strength that is given to you from this culture and civilization for treading and charting new courses into the future. And at least we Germans have shown that we are flexible enough to accept a lion's presence in the midst of us and giving him some room to move. And we have shown, I think, flexibility that some people tend not to expect from us, and that is not a matter of course, but you see all representatives from your country are very warmly welcome, no matter who they may be, where they may come from, including a lion. And there's one thing that I would like to tell you also. This very warm welcome is not only a lip service, it is indeed living history, as you have shown it, but it is also to be a living future. And you will see this. You will be able to get a first-hand impression of this tomorrow when we have our walker, but also tonight when we meet representatives of our business community. And I think these are indeed very interesting times, also in our political context, because in the autumn of this year, we will have German-Indian governmental consultations in your country, and we can then also take stock of what we have achieved. You have told us about the good results, but we can also perhaps then take a moment in order to look at the problems. And I understand Mr. Feske in the way that he says we in Germany will also should also change a number of ways in which we deal with India. And you said something, Prime Minister, that gives me encouragement. You were talking about the cooperative federalism in India. When you cooperate with the federal states, I can tell you that generally around we tend to also have a cooperative federalism. And you see the Minister-President is, I think, living testimony to this. But quite frankly, we can learn a little bit also there from you. I think we're similar in that respect, Prime Minister. Ladies and gentlemen, trade volume with India is a very good starting point in order to build on our trade relations. We now have a trade volume of around 16 billion euros, which makes Germany India's most important trading partner in the European Union, and we wish to stay that way. And I say this also addressed to the Commissioner who's present here. I understand today the Prime Minister comes from France. We know that we have competitors, but we also know that the more competitors you have, the better actually you tend to become. We know that we have to change every day, that we have to adjust every day, and this is why the federal government has drawn up its digital agenda, is looking indeed at Industry 4.0, and is not only looking into this, but is promoting it. And there's going to be a very important event here during this fair when Minister Gabriel, Minister of Economics, and Minister of Research, Frau Banka, and the CME and other organizations will present here a platform, Industry 4.0. There is not only Make in India, but there will also be Make in Germany as a platform that we here in Germany have developed together. And I think it shows that in spite of all of the different interests that each and every branch of interest has, people tend not to forget an overall platform, a common platform on which all of our small and medium-sized companies too can build up, which are, after all, the backbone of our industry. When we met at CeBIT, we discussed the importance of innovative new startup companies. And we also said that in combination with traditional industries, they are going to give a boost to our innovation and a boost to growth. But there's one thing that is very clear. Germany, in and of its own, cannot use the full potential of the advantages of the single market. So it will be very important to also transfer what we have seen by way of innovation innovations of the digital industry at a European level and to develop it at a European level as well. I just wanted to say to the Commissioner that the Hanover Fair, too, is another most important pillar of our industry, and I would like to ask you, Commissioner, to also support our Commissioner. I know the Commission President doesn't like it if we talk in such a way, if we call him our Commissioner. Obviously, all of you are our Commissioners, just as you, sir. But I think we do have to give a boost to our efforts, and we have to speed up innovation because the world is not going to wait for us. We have to be there at the very front of this development. This brings me to the second pillar of this industrial fair, because without energy supply and a reliable energy supply, there can be no future for our industry. You know that we are speeding up indeed the energy transition here in Germany. We've learned quite a number of lessons, and I think others can then learn from us. We are now in a very critical phase where the share of renewables is gaining in importance, has become indeed the main pillar, or is turning into the main pillar of our energy supply. Is no longer a niche product, if you like. All of that will keep us busy for the next few years to come. But this is indeed a most important legislative term that this government has in order to do this right. And I think both the business community and also our politicians have to put down markers so that we remain innovative, that we have affordable energy in place, that we have keep the cost of energy down in order to develop into industries of the future. And I would like to point out that other countries too are making remarkable progress in this particular respect. By the end of December, we will see this when we meet for the International Climate Conference in Paris. There are 140 countries in the world that are promoting their renewable energy, that are step by step transiting from a fuel consumption of traditional fossil fuels and turn over to renewables. So we have to keep at it, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be a very interesting trade fair, a trade fair that takes place at a time here in Europe where we look into the future with more confidence. The growth rates are improving. Obviously, they're still far away from India, for example, but we have made progress. Certain national reforms, but also reforms in Europe as a whole are becoming felt, and we want to develop our strength, our economic clout here in such a way that the biggest problem that we still have, namely the very high rate of unemployment, particularly among young people, is something that can be left behind as quickly as possible. All of that requires ourselves to be open-minded, that we're not shutting ourselves off against the rest of the world, but that we're open, as I said, to our partners in India. We would very gladly see a situation happening where the trade talks that, after all, have been actually progressed quite far, can be resumed. I say the same for the trade talks between the EU and Canada and EU and the United States of America and other important partners. We can benefit most from globalization and make the best possible use of it if we show ourselves open-minded. But at the same time, also, we have to abide by the very high standards, quality standards that we have developed here, that we continue to respect them, but also continue to develop them. And that, I think, will give also a better quality to those international trade agreements. Thank you for this very dynamic kickstart, so to speak, to this trade fair, and for giving us such a glimpse into your wonderful culture and civilization. And I hereby declare this Hanover trade open. I wish all of us every success. A very warm welcome to all exhibitors. Please do get to know each other, establish new contacts, and turn this fair into a success. Thank you very much.